Hey guys, good evening, and welcome back. Let me know once in the chats if all of you can hear me. If I am audible, visible to every one of you. Let me know quickly in the chats. Let me know quickly in the chats if all of you can hear me. If I am perfectly audible, visible to every one of you. Quickly, my dear students. All right, people. So, as you all must be knowing, there were a lot of students continuously asking that please take a demo session of the Phoenix 2.0 batch, which is getting started on May 20th, right? So therefore, I'm here in front of you, and here I will be taking a small session of almost like 25 to 30 minutes, not more than that, okay? I'll give you a proper demo of how classes are going to work, how we are going to teach in the Phoenix 2.0 with the amazing NEET English team, my dear students, okay? Well, those of you who do not know what this Phoenix 2.0 batch is all about, let me quickly tell you first of all. This Phoenix 2.0 batch, it is basically a dedicated batch for NEET 2027 aspirants. Whether you are going to write the NEET examination for the first time, second time, third time, does not matter. In this particular batch, we are going to complete your entire syllabus, my dear students. Let me quickly show it to you. Your entire syllabus here in this particular batch will be completed till December end. Point number 1. Okay. This is the dedicated batch which is getting started in English language. Dedicated for NEET 2027 aspirants. The batch start date is 20th of May. Well, after completing your entire syllabus in December, the remaining 2 months, that January and February, we have kept for revision here in the batch itself. Okay. Again, you need not to worry about the study material. We are going to provide you the level up study material in this particular batch. After every live session, you will be given the DPPs, the daily practice problems, which you will be solving. Those DPPs will be again the level up DPPs, my dear student. Right? And no need to worry about the doubt solving. Perfect. And at the same time, my dear students, there will be tests after every 14 days, and there will be test paper discussions as well. And these tests which you'll be writing, they'll be again the level up tests, because we never know what's going to be the level of the NEET 2027 examination. It can be tough also, so we are going to get prepared for the worst. Okay? That is something which we have in our mind. At the same time, every single day you'll have 3 classes. The duration of each live class will be 1.5 hours. There will be recordings provided to every single student after the live session. You'll be having the access to the recordings as well. And my dear students, as I keep on telling you, you are getting trained by the best of the best in this particular batch. I will be taking care of your complete physical and inorganic chemistry. KK sir will be taking care of your organic chemistry. Yawar sir, he'll be taking care of your complete class 11th, class 12th. And Tina ma'am, she'll be taking care of her complete biology, my dear students. Okay? Perfect. And at the same time, there are few more important things. What is that? My dear students, if you are enrolling into this particular batch, you will be having the access to all the batches of Unacademy completely free of cost. I hope I have told you that earlier as well. So basically, what we are going to do is, in Unacademy, we are not starting only this particular batch. There are different batches created by different teams. And you know all these teams, I'm pretty much sure. Me and my team, we have started a batch for NEET 2027 aspirants in English language. Seep ma'am with her team, they have started their batch in English language. Similarly, Garima ma'am and her team, they have started their batch in English language. Prateek sir has started his batch in English language. I mean, in English language, right? You'll be having the access to all these batches absolutely free of cost, right? So this is one special thing which you do not get anywhere else, my dear student. So this is a special feature which you are getting at Unacademy. So if you're enrolling into the batch, into my batch, for example, automatically you'll be having the access to all the batches of Unacademy absolutely free of cost. Okay? Yes, it's a first live demo session, right? Wherein I'll be showing you, as I keep on telling you, every single chapter will be started from the basics, from the scratch. So here in this particular session, I'll show you exactly how the chapters will start from basics, right? And the duration of this session is going to be not that much. since it's the first session, so I'll just keep it for 30 to 40 minutes, right? And my dear students, till we start the batch actually, the batch is starting on 20th of May. We'll keep on having these small sessions so that you remain in touch with your books, with your syllabus basically. Okay? Got it? Got it, people? All right, a lot of people are saying, how do we enroll into this batch? My dear students, the video which you guys are currently watching, this is the live session which you are watching. In the description of this video, there's a link. I'll pin the same link in the comment section. You just have to click on the link. And after clicking on the link, my dear students, you'll get automatically directed to this particular page. Here you have got two options. Either you have to take plus subscription or you'll be taking the iconic subscription. Now, my dear students, what is the difference between plus and iconic? In plus, the study material, in plus subscription, if you are taking the plus subscription of Unacademy, the study material, which you'll be getting here, that will be provided in PDF format. And if you are taking the iconic subscription, the study material which you'll be getting in the form of booklets, and those booklets will be delivered to your houses. Again, if you are taking iconic subscription, you will be writing the tests in offline format. So basically, all these tests will be given to you with the OMR sheets, everything, so you can try writing those tests in the offline format as well. Okay? And in your iconic subscription, there is one more important thing. What is that? You get more frequent one-on-one mentorship sessions. More frequent one-on-one mentorship sessions, my dear students. So basically, in both the subscriptions, you get mentorship sessions with us, but in iconic, you get frequent mentorship sessions in iconic subscription. Okay? Live session timings. There are different timings. Let me quickly show the timings to you as well. So my dear students, first of all, this is your complete biology course flow, right? Which chapter is starting on which date and how many lectures are allotted to a particular chapter. As you can see, this is your biology course flow. Similarly, this is your physics course flow, right? In how many sessions Yavar sir will be taking a chapter, completing a chapter, and the chapter starting dates. Every single thing is mentioned here. Similarly, in my subject in chemistry, this is the complete course flow, right? In how many sessions I'll be completing what all chapters. For example, mole concept and concentration terms, I'll be completing in 12 sessions, right? And duration of every session will be 1.5 hours. Perfect. Similarly, redox reactions. Our next chapter, I'll be giving 8 lectures to this redox reactions. And again, duration of this, every live lecture will be 1.5 hours. Similarly, nomenclature, 12 lectures. Atomic structure, 10 lectures. Thermodynamics, 10 lectures. General organic chemistry, 10 lectures. Similarly, my dear students, if you go to chemical equilibrium, right, some 12 lectures. Perfect. So everything is properly planned here in this particular batch, right? Everything is properly planned here in this particular batch. And at the same time, this is your test flow, right? For example, your test number 1 is happening on 14th of June. Minor test 1. This is the syllabus for biology here. This is the syllabus for physics here. And this is the syllabus for chemistry. I believe all of you can see this properly. So everything is properly planned, right? And this schedule will be given to you prior. And my dear students, these are going to be the timings. These are going to be your timings of different classes. Perfect. As I told you, every single day, you'll be having on an average, you'll be having 3 sessions every single day, just on one day, right? Just we are increasing the number of classes for biology. Biology class might be increased because one teacher is taking care of both zoology and botany. So biology classes might get increased in between. Okay? Perfect, people. And these were some amazing students last year who were with us in the Phoenix batch, in the Phoenix 2.0 batch last year. And they have done it. Now it's going to be your turn to shoot the bullseye with all of us. Yeah? So should we start, people? Should we start? All ready? So all those students who did not get enrolled yet, right? Do get enrolled, people, quickly as soon as possible. I was showing you how to enroll. So after clicking on the link, for example, if you are taking the plus subscription, here you have to click for 12 months. If you are taking the 12-month subscription, click on continue and automatically you'll be directed to this page. Here you have to put your mobile number or you can continue with your email ID. And right now this batch you are getting only at 4699, right? But this is the offer only till today, 4699. Tomorrow its cost is going to hike up for sure. Okay? Sir, your class is a little bit stucking. I think there are some internet issues which I'm facing currently. Let me check once. frequent mentor, iconic subscription. I think it's perfect. Live session timings. There are different timings. Let me quickly show the timings to you. I think it's perfect now. Frequent. Just give me a second. There might be some internal issue. Let me just get it done. Just give me a second, people. I think my internet pack is over. Just a second. I'm just recharging it right now. It might take few seconds. Check, my dear students, is it fine now? Yes, my classes are starting on 20th of May. Just check once, is it fine now? It should be fine by now. Check, my dear students, is it fine now? All clear? Perfect. Quick, everyone in the chats. All right. So all those people who would want to get into the iconic subscription, who would want to take the iconic subscription, again, here instead of plus, you have to take iconic and you have to click on continue. And after continuing, my dear students, you are getting the iconic subscription as well. And the cost of iconic subscription is 14,999. Perfect. But you know, there are some additional features here in this iconic subscription. If you take this, study material, everything, right? Your notes, everything will be provided to you in the booklet form basically, and they'll be delivered to your houses. All right. So all those students who did not enroll yet, I would highly recommend you to enroll quickly as soon as possible, because the pricing of this particular batch will be increased day on day. All right, so let's get going then. Let's get started. Let's get started, guys. My dear students, in this particular session, what I'll be teaching you, I'll be teaching you some very basic stuff. As I told you, every single thing will be started from the scratch, from the basics. Okay? In your first chapter of chemistry, that is your mole concept. In your first chapter of chemistry, that's your mole concept. I will be teaching you a basic term, but you are going to for sure get a feel out of it, right? Try to understand what exactly I'm going to do. My dear students, I am marking the heading here as, this is one of the basic terminologies which I believe every one of you would have heard once in your life for sure. And what is this basic terminology? It is your atomic mass. My dear students, what is the basic definition of atomic mass? How do I define the term atomic mass? How do I define the term atomic mass? Atomic mass in simple terminologies is defined as the mass of one atom of an element. Atomic mass is defined as the mass of one atom of an element. Now, if I ask you how many different elements do you have in the periodic table, your answer will be, in the periodic table there are 118 elements, right? In your periodic table there are 118 elements. You must be knowing about it. Now, my dear students, just select any element of your choice. Just select any element of your choice. I am selecting, for example, the element nitrogen. One more element I'm selecting, that's oxygen. One more element I'm selecting, that's fluorine. So how many elements I selected? I selected 3 elements over here. One is your nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine. 3 elements. My dear students, imagine that I have got one atom of nitrogen with me. Imagine that I have got one atom of oxygen with me. Imagine that I have got one atom of fluorine with me. All right. I took 3 elements. Nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. I have got one atom of nitrogen with me. My dear students, as per the definition, the mass of one atom of nitrogen, is something I will be calling as the atomic mass of nitrogen. As per the definition, the mass of one atom of oxygen is something I'll be calling as the atomic mass of oxygen. The atomic mass of oxygen. Similarly, as per the definition is concerned, the mass of one atom of fluorine, is something I will be calling as the atomic mass of fluorine. So what is atomic mass in short? Atomic mass is nothing but, it is the mass of one atom of an element. For example, I'm asking you, what is the atomic mass of sodium? If I ask you what is the atomic mass of sodium, what does that mean? That means I'm asking you the mass of one atom of sodium. If I ask you what is the atomic mass of boron, that means I'm asking you the mass of one atom of boron. If I ask you what is the atomic mass of magnesium, that means I'm asking you the mass of one atom of magnesium. So in short, I would say the mass of one atom of an element. The mass of one atom of an element is what we call as the atomic mass of an element. As simple as that. Right? As simple as that. I believe this is clear. Now, my dear students, if I go into the details of this atomic mass, try to understand very carefully what I'm going to say. For example, imagine that I am taking 2 objects over here. Object number 1, object number 2. My dear students, let the weight of object number 1 is 5 kilograms. Similarly, let the weight of object number 2 is 10 kilograms. So here I took 2 objects. I'm assuming that the weight of the first object is 5 kilograms. The weight of the second object is 10 kilograms. Now, my dear students, can I do one thing? Can I write this 5 kg as 5 multiplied by 1 kg? I can do that because 5 multiplied by 1 kg is equal to 5 kg. Similarly, 10 multiplied by 1 kg is equal to 10 kg. So what I did, I took 2 objects. The weight of the first object is 5 kg. The weight of the second object is 10 kg, right? I broke this 5 kg as 5 into 1 kg. I broke this 10 kg as 10 into 1 kg. Now, my dear students, can I say just one thing? Can I say this particular object is 5 times heavier than 1 kilogram? Yes, I can say that. Can I say this particular object is 10 times heavier than 1 kilogram? Yes, I can say that. The first object, it is 5 times heavier than 1 kilogram. The second object, that is 10 times heavier than 1 kilogram. For example, my weight is 85 kilograms. What does that mean? That means I am 85 times heavier than 1 kilogram. For example, your weight is 60 kilograms. What does that mean? That means you are 60 times heavier than 1 kilogram. Correct? So can I say just one thing? Can I say I am comparing the weights of different objects? I am comparing the weights of different objects with what? With 1 kilogram. I'm comparing the weights of different objects with what? With 1 kilogram. Right? This 1 kilogram with which I'm comparing weights of different objects. This 1 kilogram with which I'm comparing the weights of different objects. I will be calling it as a reference. I'll be calling it as a reference, or I can call it as standard. This 1 kg with which I'm comparing the weights of different objects. I'm calling this 1 kg as the reference or standard, right? With which I'm comparing the weights of different objects. Now, my dear students, in chemistry, we deal with atoms. We deal with molecules, right? In chemistry, we deal with atoms. We deal with molecules. Can I say in chemistry, we should have a standard, a reference, like this 1 kg. In chemistry, we should have a standard. We should have a reference, like this 1 kg, with which I'll be comparing the weights of different atoms or molecules. So in chemistry, we should have a standard. In chemistry, we should have a reference, right? With which we'll compare the weights of different atoms, with which we'll compare the weights of different molecules. Yeah? So my dear students, let's try to make that standard. Let's try to make that reference in chemistry, with which we are going to compare the weights of, different atoms or different molecules. Let's try to make that standard. How do you exactly make that standard? Let me show that to you. My dear students, in order to make the standard in chemistry, I will be taking a carbon-12 atom. What am I going to do? I am going to make a standard in chemistry with which we are going to compare the weights of different atoms or molecules. And in order to make that standard, I am taking the carbon-12 atom. Let this be your carbon-12 atom. Now, my dear students, what exactly am I going to do is, I am going to divide this carbon-12 atom into 12 equal parts. I divided this carbon-12 atom into 12 equal parts, right? And my dear students, after dividing the carbon-12 atom into 12 equal parts, if I take this smaller part here, can I say the mass of this smaller part, the mass of the shaded part is nothing but, it is 1/12 of the mass of, the carbon-12 atom. Yes, I can say that. I took the carbon-12 atom. I divided the carbon-12 atom into 12 equal parts. I took one small part over here. Can I say the mass of this smaller part is nothing but 1/12 of mass of carbon-12 atom? And my dear students, 1/12 of mass of carbon-12 atom. This is something I'll be calling as 1 AMU from now onwards. Or you can call it as 1U as well. You can call it as 1D as well. And let me tell you, this AMU is nothing but, we call this as the atomic mass unit. And this U over here, this is what I call as the unified mass. And this D over here, this is what I call as Dalton. Okay. So again, what I'm trying to do is, I have to make a standard in chemistry. I have to make a reference in chemistry with which I'll compare the masses of different atoms or molecules. In order to make that standard, in order to make that reference, I took the carbon-12 atom. I divided this carbon-12 atom into 12 equal parts. I took the smallest part, and its mass is nothing but 1/12 of mass of carbon-12 atom. And this 1/12 of mass of carbon-12 atom is what we call as 1 AMU. It can be also called as 1U. It can be also called as 1D. And this AMU stands for atomic mass unit. U stands for unified mass. D stands for Dalton. Right? Now, guys, try to understand. There was a technique used called as mass spectrometry. With the help of mass spectrometry, the mass of entire carbon-12 atom was calculated. And it was found out to be 1.99 into 10 raised power minus 23 grams. So first of all, by which technique? Mass spectrometry. With the help of mass spectrometry, the mass of entire carbon-12 atom was calculated. How much? 1.99 into 10 raised power minus 23 grams. Yes. Now, my dear students, if we know, see, first of all, this is the mass of entire carbon-12 atom. This is the mass of entire carbon-12 atom. If you got the mass of entire carbon-12 atom, if you got the mass of entire carbon-12 atom, if I divide mass of entire carbon-12 atom with 12, that means if I divide this 1.99 into 10 raised power minus 23, if I divide this particular term with the number 12, I'll be getting the exact value as 1.66 into 10 raised power minus 24 grams. Now, if I ask you, what is this 1.66 into 10 raised power minus 24 grams? Is it the mass of entire carbon-12 atom? No. This is the mass of the shaded part. This is the mass of the smallest part over here. This is the mass of entire carbon-12 atom. This is the mass of entire carbon-12 atom. And this is the mass of the small shaded part over here. And people, at the same time, remember one more thing. Remember one more thing. This 1.66 into 10 raised power minus 24 grams, it can be also written as 1 divided by Avogadro's number. 1 divided by Avogadro's number. I hope all of you know the value of Avogadro's number, which is how much? 6.022 into 10 raised power 23. So let me tell you, if you divide 1 with the Avogadro's number, the value comes out to be same as that of 1.66 into 10 raised power minus 24. Yes? Now, people, whatever things I told you till now, I'm going to summarize it in one statement. My dear students, I'm writing 1 AMU. And you know, 1 AMU is also called as 1U. 1U is also called as 1D. How did we define it? We defined it as 1 by 12 of the mass of carbon-12 atom. Right? Its value came out to be 1.66 into 10 raised power minus 24 grams. And in terms of Avogadro's number, we wrote it as 1 divided by Na grams. Perfect. This is the summary of the things which I told you till now. This is the summary of the things which I told you till now. Summary of the things which I told you till now. Yeah? This is the summary of the things which I told you till now. Now, guys, where do we use it? Where do we use it? Try to understand. For example, I'm writing a statement here. The statement is pretty simple. I'm writing atomic mass of nitrogen. I wrote a simple statement, atomic mass of nitrogen. If I ask you, what does it mean? Atomic mass of nitrogen, what does it mean? What does it mean? It means that I'm talking about the mass of, one atom of nitrogen. I wrote a simple terminology over here, atomic mass of nitrogen. What does it mean exactly? It means that I'm talking about the mass of one atom of nitrogen. And I believe every one of you would be already knowing. What is the mass of one atom of nitrogen? It is nothing but 14 AMU. It is nothing but 14 AMU. It's nothing but 14 AMU. And my dear students, can I write this 14 AMU as 14 multiplied by 1 AMU? I can do that, right? Can I do one more thing? Instead of 1 AMU, can I write 1 by 12th of mass of carbon-12 atom? Absolutely, I can do that. Instead of 1 AMU, can I write 1.66 into 10 raised power minus 24 grams? Absolutely, I can do that. Instead of the same 1 AMU, can I write 1 divided by Avogadro's number? Absolutely, I can do that. Right? Absolutely, I can do that. Now, think over it very clearly. What did I write? What did I write? I wrote the term atomic mass of nitrogen. That means I'm talking about the mass of one atom of nitrogen. And the mass of one atom of nitrogen is nothing but 14 AMU. Okay? It means that one atom of nitrogen is 14 times heavier than 1 AMU. It means that one atom of nitrogen is 14 times heavier than 1/12 of mass of carbon-12 atom. This is the mass of one nitrogen atom in grams. Even this is the mass of one nitrogen atom in grams. Even this is the mass of one nitrogen atom in AMU. Did you understand? Did you understand, people? Did you understand? This is the mass of one nitrogen atom in AMU. This is the mass of one nitrogen atom in grams. Even this is the mass of one nitrogen atom in grams. Right? Yes? I believe this is clear. Guys, in the batch, lectures are very detailed. Don't worry. Very, very, very detailed. Again, my dear students, if I write one more statement, for example, I'm writing the term atomic mass of oxygen. I'm writing the term atomic mass of oxygen. What does it mean? It means that we are talking about the mass of one atom of oxygen. It means that we are talking about the mass of one atom of oxygen. How much is it? How much is it? Atomic mass of oxygen, you must be knowing. It's 16 AMU. Can I break this 16 AMU as 16 multiplied by 1 AMU? I can do that. Instead of 1 AMU, can I write 1 by 12th of mass of carbon to an atom? Absolutely, I can do that. Instead of 1 AMU, I can write 1.66 into 10 raised power minus 24 grams. Absolutely, can be written. Instead of 1 AMU, can we write 1 divided by NA grams? Absolutely can be done. Absolutely can be done. So I wrote a statement here. I wrote atomic mass of oxygen. That means mass of one atom of oxygen. How much is it? 16 AMU. It means one atom of oxygen is 16 times heavier than 1 AMU. 16 times heavier than 1/12 of mass of carbon to an atom. Right? This is the mass of one oxygen atom in grams. Even this is the mass of one oxygen atom in grams. Even this is the mass of one oxygen atom in what? In AMU. Right? So if I ask you one thing, what kind of information this atomic mass gives us? What kind of information this atomic mass gives us? See, atomic mass of nitrogen is 14 AMU. It means one atom of nitrogen is 14 times heavier than 1 AMU. One atom of oxygen is 16 times heavier than 1 AMU. One atom of sodium is 23 times heavier than 1 AMU. Can I say atomic mass? Can I say atomic mass gives an idea about? Atomic mass gives an idea about how many times an atom of an element is heavier than 1 AMU. Atomic mass gives an idea about how many times an atom of an element is heavier than 1 AMU. Quickly tell me in the chats if this particular stuff is clear till here. Everyone in the chats, people. Everyone in the chats. Yes? I think there are some glitches in the video because my internet is not stable today. There's something wrong with my internet. Yes, the batch price is going to increase tomorrow. So do get enrolled today only. Perfect. All right. Now, guys, there is one more thing which I would want to discuss with you. What is that? See, for example, I'm taking an element nitrogen. I took the element nitrogen, right? Now, for example, for nitrogen, the first term which I'm writing, that is 14 AMU. The second term which I'm writing for nitrogen, just 14, no units. The third term I'm writing 14 into 1 AMU, and instead of that 1 AMU, I'm writing 1.66 into 10 raised power minus 24 grams. Let me tell you the first terminology here, which is 14 AMU. This is something I'll be calling as the atomic mass of nitrogen. This particular term, just 14, without the units, I call this term as the relative atomic mass of nitrogen. You call this as the relative atomic mass of nitrogen. And this particular term, my dear students, it is called as the actual mass of nitrogen. This is what you call as the actual mass of nitrogen. Yeah. Similarly, guys, for example, you have got the element sodium. Now tell me, for sodium, how many terminologies can I write? For sodium, the first term I can write as 23 mu. The second term is just going to be 23. Third term is going to be 23 into 1.66 into 10 raised power minus 24 grams. Tell me one thing. What is this 23 mu? It is the atomic mass of sodium. What is this 23? We call this as the relative atomic mass of sodium. What is this particular term? I call this as the actual mass of sodium. Actual mass of sodium. I believe it's clear to everyone. I believe it's clear to everyone. Yeah? I believe it's clear to everyone. Perfect. Now, my dear students, if I write a small question over here, I would want you guys to give it a try. Calculate the mass of 10 oxygen atoms. Calculate the mass of 10 oxygen atoms. Number 1, in AMU. Number 2, in grams. Number 3, in kilograms. Calculate the mass of 10 oxygen atoms. Calculate the mass of 10 oxygen atoms. In AMU, in grams, in kilograms. Now, my dear students, since we are supposed to calculate the mass of 10 oxygen atoms, right? We are supposed to calculate the mass of 10 oxygen atoms, right? We are supposed to calculate the mass of 10 oxygen atoms. Well, we do not know the mass of 10 oxygen atoms, but we know the mass of one oxygen atom. We know the mass of one atom of oxygen. And tell me in the chats, what is the mass of one atom of oxygen? That is 16 AMU. In terms of grams, it's going to be how much? It's going to be 16 into 1.66 into 10 raised power minus 24 grams, right? And if I divide the same term with 1000, it comes in kg as well. It comes in kg as well. Yeah, it comes in kg as well. So basically, the mass of one atom of oxygen in AMU is this much, in grams is this much. But am I supposed to calculate the mass of one atom of oxygen? No. I need to calculate the mass of 10 atoms of oxygen. This is the mass of one atom of oxygen, right? If the mass of one atom of oxygen is this much, therefore the mass of 2 atoms of oxygen multiplied by 2, 3 atoms multiplied by 3, 4 atoms multiplied by 10 atoms multiplied by 10. So I would say the mass of 10 atoms of oxygen would be 116 into 10 comes out to be 160 AMU, right? 16 into 10 comes out to be 160 into 1.66 into 10 raised power minus 24 grams. This is the answer of your first question. This is the answer of your second question, right? And the answer of your third question will be simply divide this term with 1000. You'll be getting the answer in kilograms. That's all. Yes? Am I clear, people? Did you understand? This was a simple basic question. This was a simple basic question, my dear student. Absolutely, you can write it as 160 divided by Na grams as well. Yes, you can write it that way as well. Okay? My dear students, one more type of the question which I can give you over here. For example, the question is like this. If one AMU is defined as, if one AMU is defined as 1/24th of the mass of carbon to atom, of the mass of carbon to atom, calculate the atomic mass, calculate the atomic mass of oxygen as per the new scale. This can be one more question asked. This can be one more question asked, my dear students. Now let's get to know how this sort of a question is tackled. Try to understand. First of all, what is the scale that we have chosen already? The scale is pretty simple. That we have chosen already, that is 1 AMU is defined as 1/12th of mass of carbon to atom. This is the scale that we chose already. As per the question, what is the scale which is to be chosen? As per the question, the scale that is to be chosen is As per the question is saying that define 1 AMU as 1 by 24th. The question is saying that define 1 AMU as 1 by 24th of the mass of carbon-12 atom. See, these are the two scales over here. This is the scale that we have chosen. This is the scale that is given to me as per the question. So this is my old scale basically. This is my new scale as per the question. And new scale, let me not call this as AMU. Let me call this as AMU dash. Just to differentiate which is old scale and which is new scale. Now people, what do we have to do? We have to calculate the atomic mass of oxygen as per the new scale. As per the new scale. Well, we know the atomic mass of oxygen as per old scale. We already know the atomic mass of oxygen as per old scale. How much is that? That is 16 AMU. But what do we need? We need the atomic mass of oxygen as per new scale. That means we don't need the answer in AMU. We want the answer in AMU dash. So what I'll be doing? Understand. Call this equation 1, call this equation 2. Okay. The first step will be divide these two equations. When you divide these two equations, what do you get? You get 1 AMU divided by 1 AMU dash. 1 AMU divided by 1 AMU dash. This term cancels out. In the numerator, it's 1 by 12. In the denominator, it's 1 by 24. The value comes out to be 2 because 24 goes up, 12 comes down. It comes out to be 2. So 1 AMU divided by 1 AMU dash is equal to 2. So can I say 1 AMU is equal to 2 into 1 is 2. So 2 times AMU dash. 1 AMU is nothing but it is 2 times AMU dash. Right? 1 AMU is nothing but 2 times AMU dash. Since you got to know 1 AMU is equal to 2 times AMU dash. Now, 16 into 1 AMU. I can write it like this. 16 AMU. I can write it as like this, right? Now you know your 1 AMU. Your 1 AMU is nothing but it is 2 AMU dash. The value comes out to be 32 AMU dash. So what is this 32 AMU dash? It is the atomic mass of oxygen as per the new scale which I was supposed to calculate. Did you understand? Did you understand, people? Am I clear to everyone? Did you understand? Yes? Perfect. So I hope you clearly got the meaning of what atomic mass is and what kind of simple questions can be framed from this. Yeah? I'm giving you one question as the homework. Do give it a try and let me know its answer in the comment section of this particular video. The question is like this. If 1 AMU is defined as 1/6 of the mass of carbon-12 atom. 1/6 of the mass of carbon-12 atom. Calculate the atomic mass of nitrogen as per the new scale. Now this is the question, which is your homework question, people. And you are going to let me know its answer in the comment section of this particular video. Someone is asking why carbon was taken as a reference. You'll get its answer on 20th of May in the first class, okay? So just curious to know your height. I'm exactly 6 feet. Exactly 6. All right? Chalo guys, this was a very small session because a lot of students asked me how the class are going to happen. This is how your class are going to happen in the Phoenix 2.0 batch. Right? Perfect. All right, guys. And those students who did not get enrolled yet, enroll quickly right after the session. Because right now the cost of the batch is some 4,699. Tomorrow it's going to hike up. It's going to increase. Okay. So do get enrolled as soon as possible right after this particular video. And if you have got any sort of doubts related to the batch, you can let me know in the comment section of this particular video. Okay. Chalo. With this, I'll be taking a leave today. I'll see you in my next session. I'll keep on coming up with these small sessions till 20th of May so that you remain in touch with your books. Yeah. Then from 20th of May, we are starting directly our batch without any sort of delay. All right. So when will batch start in the app? Batch starts in the app on 20th of May. Chalo guys. See you. Take care. God